Welcome to Total War Warhammer 3, a game of many talents, one of my favorite being literal war crimes. Today we're going to be fixing Warhammer's problem with diplomacy and democracy with one of my favorite technologies, guns. Now, those of you who have played this game for a while can probably tell that these units are not lore friendly, nor are they in the base game. That's because today we're using the Total War Millennium mod that adds a number of amazing World War I German-inspired units to the Empire faction, and we're going to be going through a few of them today. Not all of them, but a few of them. Other than that, let's have a deep dive into this game's factions. Starting off, we have the Elves. Alternate universe Peter Griffin. Somehow we have a literal freaking dinosaur. Anti-anemic Santa Claus. Egyptian skeletons. Featuring It's Not a Phase Mom. Co-casted by the Medieval French. And ironically enough, their antithesis, a woman. Elves, but spicy. The literal Chinese. But realistically, guys, this is like my favorite faction because all the heroes turn into dragons and it's actually really cool. Norwegians. Norwegians when you say you don't like IKEA. The British. The British 2.0. The only advocate against the Geneva Convention. Burb. The only person whose name actually matches their face. Festus. And it's okay. Papa Nurgle loves all, even if you're ugly. And boy, are you ugly. Every 13-year-old girl's magical Wattpad protagonist. Treebeard. Treebeard but sexy. Dwarves. Dwarves but spicy. The boys. Elsa from Frozen. Undead pirates, which are pretty cool. And with that, we are finished with our very, very in-depth guide of Total War Warhammer 3's factions. So, that being said, let's get right into our patching of the game's diplomacy. Oh wait, I almost forgot. We have one very last important faction. We have
the Empire to unite.
And here we are on the campaign map playing as the Empire. We start out with a handful of diplomats, however they are not trained in the versatile waves of gunpowder. Fortunately though, we do have our main man, Emperor Karl Franz. Look at that face. Today, we'll be using him to the best of his ability to come over here and wipe out anyone who decided to rebel against us. This is our first battle, and we're gonna get right into it. Ah, the battlefield. What a peaceful place. A place where stories were made and glory was had, but also a good place to show these peasants what it's like to rebel against their emperor. Using Karl Franz as a spearhead of our force, we decided to eventually charge in our infantry and assist our emperor. In the meantime, our cavalry were playing cat and mouse with the enemy's crossbow, and they were definitely the cat. At the same time, our emperor and the enemy's leader, Helmut Ludenhoff. Oh, wait, Helmut Ludenhoff? Yeah, your parents didn't love you. Helmut Ludenhoff and the emperor decided to engage in honorable one-on-one combat, and I decided to leave it that way, until I decided not to. Our men fought valiantly, and our men fought long and hard. Over the span of like 10 minutes, we finally managed to achieve victory. As I watched the sun set on a grateful universe, I thought to myself, wait, I did not use any gunpowder. So I used gunpowder on the running and fleeing troops of the enemy. But I had to reward our nobles for paying their taxes, so I decided to let them take out their anger on the enemy's peasants. In the meantime, as to what happened to our friend Helmut here, I kinda let him and Karl Franz duke it out, and he decided to run. Understandably so, I would not want to be caught near that hammer. We also let our gunners use a bit of target practice on, again, the fleeing and riding troops of the enemy. As I admired our cavalry troops crashing into their fleeing enemies, I thought to myself, I wonder what Karl and Helmut are doing, so I decided to check in on them. And their game of tag ended rather abruptly, with Helmut on the floor, bleeding out. Emperor Karl Franz claimed victory over the peasants who decided to question his reign, and in doing so, we got a decisive victory. It was here that we decided what to do with the remaining. Execute, take them on, or pardon the captives. We decided to pardon the captives just for a little bit more money. At the same time, this is when we can begin to recruit our true units. It was here that we started off with Wilhelm von Zollerhorn, our first general that can actually upgrade our new troops. His abilities will allow any buffs and debuffs to activate and be applied to the new units that we have. And in doing so, we can begin to recruit our new units, starting with our Imperial conscripts, the weakest of the line, but much stronger than anything else this world has to offer except giant monsters. We also had a homeless man join our ranks. As to why we let him in, I don't know, but he decided to actually work for us, and he did pretty well. Afterwards, we sent Emperor Karl Franz to go ahead and occupy the Empire Secessionist city that they just attacked us. With the cheeky little auto-resolve, we managed to go ahead and capture it pretty easily. We send Wilhelm, the homeless dude, as well as our Imperial conscripts, and a mortar that we managed to get to go and capture another city. However, it took some time, so we sent over Emperor Karl Franz to get the cavalry, as well as the mortar, since they are gunpowder, into our main army. Then we proceeded to disband the Emperor's army. Then we are prompted with a political event, something something main advisor, something something political standing. No. I contemplated adding more troops to the army, but decided to attack the city first, and then realized that I misclicked last second, and it's going to take another turn. And now that I'm in the enemy's territory, I can't even recruit units. Fun. After fuming for a couple minutes, I decided to actually attack the city. Onto the snowy plains outside of Uberselk, I decided to send in our melee units first. That is kind of what they're for, and they decided to be used as cannon fodder for the Emperor. With an initial volley of our new troops and Imperial conscripts, we fired into the enemy, and into our allies' backs. But you know what they say, all's fair in guns and Warhammer. Yeah. I did notice a sneaky little attempt at a charge, but decided to unleash the fury of gunpowder. Yeah, they didn't last long. It was also at this time that I remembered that we have mortars. So, holding the enemy units in place, I decided to fire into my own units, but considering most of them had died, it was primarily enemy fire, and it was glorious. Peasants being used for what peasants should be used for, holding the enemy in place and dealing an insane amount of friendly fire with explosives. Yeah, it was a very insane amount of friendly fire with explosives, but it was pretty. In the meantime, we decided to waste 20 years of invention making on 4 men, and they continued to fire long after they were dead. But we ran down the enemy and claimed victory. It was at this point that I began to realize just how long this type of video would actually take. And it would definitely take a while. That and also my 5-hour recording kind of got corrupted and I can only get 2 hours of footage out of it. But for the rest of this video, this is less so scripted. This is more so me just rambling off. I have a little bit more gameplay, which is playing in the background right now, of mostly just me fighting in a skirmish battle with some of these new units. There are so many new units. There are different type of blimps. There are different types of airplanes. They even have helicopters for some reason. They have paratroopers, mortars, giant mortars that deal insane explosions. They have battle mages, which are taking part in this battle. But I like this mod. This is actually pretty fun. It's a different way to play Total War Warhammer 3, especially since I have played a lot of the base game, and I was kind of just sick of everything that you had to deal with. But this is a really fun way to play the game. So if you did enjoy this video and this type of content, let me know. I don't know how well this video is going to do. It's hyper edited, but most of my player bases or viewer base is mostly on longer form videos. So like I said, if you did like this type of content, also let me know. If you also like more Total War, Warhammer style things, again, let me know. These are things that I can introduce into the channel. I thoroughly liked playing this campaign. It got a little bit of a slog at the end, but the more units that I got it was pretty fun. Now, you guys probably can assume that this video was based off of another YouTuber. I can't remember his name for the life of me. I'll try to find his YouTube channel and link it in the comments. But I thought it was fun. I thought it was pretty cool. And there's a lot of Total War Warhammer YouTubers that do this style of content. And there are some poison gas going on in the background. Wonderful. Yeah, but for the majority of the YouTubers who do this type of content are pretty cool. I like them. I watch some of their videos every now and then. But most of the time I end up playing just normally without the mods, but switching it up a bit, it was pretty fun. As always, if you liked the video, let me know. If you didn't like the video, also let me know. And oh yeah, like I said, this entire end is a little bit of just me rambling. So I accidentally messed up my entire Skyrim mod list, and I'm absolutely fuming right now, and I can't fix it. I'm very upset. I don't want to restart over because it's going to take so long. But Unfortunately, it's either I restart, and may get some Skyrim stuff out, or we never get some Skyrim stuff. So we'll see how it goes. I'm a little drained. I might do some Bannerlord because I do have some good mods on that. Anyways, as always, guys, I hope you liked these videos. If you did, let me know. If you didn't, also let me know. Appreciate y'all for coming out as always, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace out, everybody.